Okay, so now we're going to create a graph of the relationship of the ideas related to the cup. Now we'll start off by listing the cup in a circle. The cup is related to the color blue, which is related to water. And water is also related to a circle. Well, the cup is related to a circle. The cup is hollow. And the circle represents a hollow shape. The circle is a hole as well, which is hollow. So we connect hollow and hole. Now, the word hole or circle is related to 0, or the shape of a circle, which is also the number 0. So we're connecting all of those together. Next, we've got the idea of nothing, and that's related to 0, or the circle, the shape, which is also the hole, which is an empty space that contains nothing. Now, nothing is also related to no. And no is negative. So we've connected those ideas together. And the negative is a negative sign, which is basically a horizontal line. The horizontal line corresponds to the horizon. Hole sounds like holy, and that's connected with holy water. Horizontal is also the horizon. Now we've connected water with rain, and rain contains another word embedded in it, ain, as in ain't nothing, even though it's not proper English. Ain is a kabbalistic concept, which represents nothing, the source of all things. So I've connected that with nothing. Now the shape that a raindrop makes, or if you throw a stone in a pool of water, is a ripple. And a ripple is a circle, which once again corresponds to nothing. I've connected holy and holy water. I've also connected rain with drop. Rain drops, and those drops drop down or fall. So we're connecting those ideas as well. And there's also a relationship with rainfall. I haven't mentioned it here, but there is a connection with all and whole, W-H-O-L-E, in holy water, complete. I've just connected fall with down, and that's also related to low. So low down, or down low, and hollow contains within it the word low as well, so there's another connection. Once again, the word whole, W-H-O-L-E, contains the word whole, H-O-L-E. So The whole pie, which is a circle, corresponds to whole, holy, as well as containing all. So that relates it to fall. Low is related to slow. Slow contains within it the word low. And I've connected slow to 0, so you can think of it as going 0 miles per hour is slow. Now the word off, I'm also connecting with down, shut something down. To set it to 0 is another way of saying that we've turned something off. We're also showing the word set. So set down. There's a relationship with sit, sit down, set down, sat. Now when you sit on your rear. So there's a relationship with rear, and another word for rear is behind. So sit and rear are connected. Rear and behind are connected. And we'll notice that the cup is placed behind one, or in back of one, or down. So behind is connected with back. Set back. You could say back down, or sit back. So I'm not showing all the relationships here that are possible, but I'm showing as many of them as I can, and there are very many. Now, behind is connected to moon. And you say you moon someone, you moon them with your behind or your rear end. We have blue moon, once in a blue moon. There's a connection there as well. And there's a connection with the moon goddess. Most of you already know that water is associated with the feminine principle, so that in turn connects with the goddess. Now, to the left, I've connected lay to horizontal. When we lay down, we assume a horizontal position. And we lay down at night to sleep, become unconscious. So to lay is to become supine, which is horizontal, which corresponds to the negative sign. Now lay sounds like lady. And to lay is also to lie. To lie is to be false. And that corresponds to negative. And the negative corresponds to the evening when we lay down. So lie and lay are connected once again. And evening corresponds to Eve. And that's a lady that lied or was false. And that led to the fall from the Garden of Eden. So false and fall are connected with Eve, which connects to sunset or the fall of the sun or consciousness. Now I've placed las and as together. As corresponds to behind, and las another word for lady, corresponds to ass. Ass corresponds to moon. The word passive corresponds to ass as well, and we become passive in the evening when we lay or lie down. Now, passive responds to past. So that's what happened in the past is now in the unconscious mind, and it is something that is old. Now, there are other connections. Old can be related to hold. Now, generally, when we hold something, we wrap our hand around it, forming a circle. So that's connected to hold as well. Hold, hold. Now, water corresponds to dam. A dam is used to keep a water back, and dam sounds like dame, and that's connected to dam or damned, which again connects to dame, and that dame being Eve, which caused the fall, which is connected to being damned. So we see that this explains how the entire Christian religion was developed based on this understanding of binary. So it's not only based on faith. Now, I've connected nothing to left. When there is no one left, then there is something missing. And missing is connected to miss. And that's where we get names like hit or miss. Now, when somebody left, they leave. And leaves, in turn, correspond to the fall or the autumn. And we'll find that in lyrics, like leaves are falling all around. Song called Ramble On by Led Zeppelin. Now, the less than sign points to the left. Less than 1 is 0. Okay, so there's a relationship there as well. There's also a relationship with horizontal and even. And even has the word Eve embedded in it. It also corresponds to evening or level.